Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Meek. So, I'm just gonna get back into like doing reaction videos because that's what I can be more consistent in. I'm trying to be more consistent, guys. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. But yeah. So today, and starting with this one, it's talking about friends not liking your post. It's friends not liking your post a sign of jealousy, a sign of envy, a sign of that they don't like you as a person or what. So let's talk about it, guys. I'm gonna let these people talk, and I'll give my opinions throughout different portions of the video, different points of the video. I'll pause it and then I'll give my take and just allow them to talk. So let's get into it.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. I'm new to making these videos, and all I see consistently is people saying, my friends aren't liking my post. My friends are liking my post. Riddle me this. How many birthdays have you missed? How many occasions have you missed on social media because you didn't see it? There's so much content that I miss because I just don't hop on the app at the right time and I never get showed. Of course, there's going to be people that don't want to watch your videos or just watch your videos and don't like them. It's going to always be people like that. But if you're thinking that these people are just out here literally just trying to get you, oh, I'm just going, oh, he's up. No, bro. See, this is what this app does so well. It weeds out the people that want to value acceptance versus delivering value. The real one's going to show up. They will. And if they don't, you need to show up regardless.
All right, so this is something that I've been thinking about for like the longest of time, to be honest. Because like as someone who makes content, not just social commentary, but I'm a musician. I make beats. I also rap. Check out Meek Saint. That's my artist name, and Meek Ends Music. That's where I make beats, more likely Jamaican dancehall beats. And someone who, and those are obviously contents, right? So I make those contents, and I do have people who follow me, people who I do know. And sometimes when I do share my contents online, my music on my story or my WhatsApp or wherever that I might share it for people to see, and people who I do know, family and friends alike, sometimes they don't like my content. Sometimes they don't wanna click that like. Sometimes they don't wanna say anything to me, like, "Yo, bro, good job. I love what you're doing. I love your beats. I love this. I love that. I love your perspective on this." This subject and whatever. Sometimes people don't reach out to me and let me know how they truly feel about my contents, and to be honest, I can understand why a lot of people feel some type of way about it, because it's like you call yourself my friend or my family and you see me doing my stuff and you ain't showing me no love, bro. You ain't showing me no support, bro. So I get it. And like the immediate feeling that we as content creators can feel sometimes is that people hate us or that they're jealous, and they don't want to see us get out of the hood and all these different mentality. And it's easy to think that people hate us because they don't like our contents, but maybe it's just not that they don't like us, right? Maybe it's just that they have different interest, right? They have different taste in contents, different taste in music, right? I think about when people don't like my music or they don't want to show me support. Yes, I do have the thought that maybe they somewhat envy or whatever, but I'm like thinking maybe that's not the case. Maybe they just don't like my taste of music. Maybe my taste of music is not their taste, right? Maybe they have different taste buds, right? It's just like it does vary. It's not always that people hate on you or that they don't want to see you strive or achieve anything good. Sometimes people just differ in interest, because interest is so subjective. What I might like, you might not like. Even though you're my friend or my family, you might not like what I like, and that's okay, right? So anyways, I'm gonna play some more videos and let them finish talking, and I'll give my points going forward.
Friends who don't engage with your content are low-key haters. I said what I said. And I know there's going to be people in the comments being like, not everybody is chronically on social media. Some of you guys will literally post Taylor Swift, who doesn't even know that you exist, okay, on your story, congratulating her on her engagement. But when it comes to supporting your friend, all of a sudden you can't do that. It takes 2 seconds to literally double tap the screen and show some support or comment or even send them a text being like, hey, I see what you've been doing. I'm so incredibly proud of you. It does not take much to be a supportive friend.
A friend that sees all your content but never engages is a hater. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. They don't miss a story. They see every post. They're always watching. But somehow they never like. They never comment. They never send a message that says, hey, I'm proud of you, or that was really good. The silence is consistent and it's specific only to you, because here's what makes it so telling. These same people are going to hype up celebrities they've never met. They will comment fire emojis on athletes and entertainers who don't even know they exist. But when it comes to you, someone they actually know, somebody whose success they have a front row seat to, it's silence. Complete and deliberate silence. And that silence is not neutral. It's information. When someone genuinely loves you, they don't act allergic to your success. Support isn't complicated. A like takes half a second. A comment takes 10. The fact that they can't find those 10 seconds for you, but they can find them for strangers, tells you everything you need to know about what they're actually feeling when they watch you win. You are not asking for validation. You're just paying attention to behavior. And behavior never lies. Your growth didn't change them. It exposed them. It revealed something that was always there, but it had nothing to react to until you started becoming someone worth being jealous of. They don't dislike you. They dislike that it's you winning before them. So pay attention. Who celebrates when you win? Who goes quiet? Who shows up in the comments of strangers?
All right, so that's just the next thing, right? He's mentioning that, well, you see them liking celebrities' content and people who they don't know, and all the girls said the same thing as well, right? But again, these celebrities are people that they might enjoy their contents, right? They might actually like, pun intended, they might actually like their content, like what they see. They are genuinely interesting in what these celebrities are posting, and that's why they're following them. That's why they're liking their contents. They're commenting on their Taylor Swift post to say happy birthday, and Taylor Swift isn't aware of their existence, right? But that's just what they value. Again, this all boils down to value. Right? People value different things. Value is so subjective. Again, most things in life are very subjective, right? And such is value. Value is so subjective. People value different things, right? People might value different types of music, different types of YouTube videos, different types of reels, different types of aesthetics, whatever. People value different things, and my thing is, I just don't want for us as people who makes content to get in a position where we start to project onto other people how we're feeling for lack of engagement, right? We don't want to get into a mindset where we start thinking everyone around us is hating us just because they don't like our content. That's not really healthy perspective. It's not really a healthy approach to your friendship, and it causes you to look at everyone as suspicious who don't click like on your stuff. I do get it. I do understand how we might feel sometimes to see people who we know, people who claim to be your friends, liking other people's content, commenting on little baby, little adult, little whoever post saying, "Oh, that's my dog. Happy birthday, bro." Like, and he does not know you, right? He's not cognizant of your existence. So, but you're there blowing up his comments, and when your friend when we post stuff, our friends will see it and ignore it. Again, it all boils down to interest. And then another thing to add to this, like in terms of like the psychology of it, like familiarity sort of undermines one's value in a sense, right? Familiarity undermines one's value. It's not a universal truth, but it does have to play a part, because people know you. They assume that, oh yeah, I already know you. I already know what you're doing. I get it. I see you every day and all that stuff. And yeah, so it's like because of your frequent presence that they have access to, it sort of undermines the value of what you're doing and just who you are as a person. And I do think that has a very significant part to play in as to why people see your posts and ignore it. It's not 100% the case, but it does have a part to play, right? So that's just something else to look into. Anyways, I'm gonna play some more videos.
Stop getting frustrated at your friends for not liking your post. Here's why I say that. Instagram specifically has taken the TikTok motto, meaning that they show you a bunch of posts of people that you don't follow. This is how crazy TikTok is. I will start following somebody for the first time because I like their post. And then all of a sudden, TikTok rarely ever shows me their content on my For You page ever again. They're like, nah, you're going to go to that other tab where it's just your friends tab and you can watch your friends there. But all this For You stuff, that's going to be strangers. And that's essentially what IG is now. 3 of my friends pop up consistently in my feed. Everyone else I see rarely, if at all. That means I will have to now personally go to your page and start to like your post. And let's be honest, most people are lazy, number one. Number two, how many of you specifically go to people's pages and go through and like their posts? Now, if you are sending your friends your post and they watch it and they don't like it, that's different. But trust me, the majority of your posts are going unseen by your friends. I promise you that. It's not on them 100%. And I'm saying all that because I was somebody that was like, yo, why aren't my friends liking my posts? Do they not rock with me? Do they not rock with my content? One of my homies seen my post recently because it went viral. He was like, yo, I ain't seen you in like 6-7 months. That is ridiculous.
And that's just the next thing, right, that I wanted to talk about. Like, Instagram has adopted this model from TikTok, that's what the guy said, where they only show, they rarely show people who actually follow you and people who you follow. They more likely show strangers, and that doesn't help, right? Because that only reinforces the idea that your friends sees your posts or your contents and choose not to like them, when in fact and in reality they might have not even seen anything. They haven't seen it because they weren't suggested it, right? The algorithm didn't push it to them, because again, this whole different model that Instagram has copied from TikTok, where they're like, okay, if you want more engagement, you have to go find strangers and all that stuff, which I do understand the concept, but then it sort of doesn't make sense, because if the people who you're following aren't seeing your post, then what's the point, right? What's the point of following people then? Because you'll never see anything that they're doing, and if you want to see if they post something new, you more than likely have to go on their page itself, which a lot of people are not going to want to do that all the time. Because it seems intrusive that you're going on someone's page, even though nothing is wrong with it. If it's your friend, if it's your homie, if it's your fam, and you want to go on their stuff to see if they post anything new, nothing is wrong with that, in my opinion. I would do that, right? To see if there's anything that's new that they have uploaded, so I can support them if I truly find it interesting or if it aligns with my interest. But to say people just automatically hate you because you post something and they don't like or comment, when in fact all this time they haven't even seen the post, right? Because Instagram has done this different sort of model that they have adopted from TikTok, where only strangers they more than likely recommend to you, and you rarely see people who you follow. So that's also a part as to why people don't see that you've posted anything online. So going forward, let's just not adopt this mindset to think that everyone who doesn't like our post, friends and family included, it automatically means that they hate us or they're jealous or they're whatever. Could it be? Absolutely, yes, it could be, but not fully. It's not always the case. People can be jealous, people can not like you and still be watching your stuff online. People can like your content and still hate who you are, right? So the lack of the likes doesn't really determine that they don't like you. So there's that. It's a very nuanced subject. So I just want for us not to develop this mindset going forward to think that everyone hates us. Sometimes people just don't like our content because it's just not their interest. And there are times when people might be jealous, but again, that's their problem. That's not yours. You have to still do what you're doing what you're doing. Still upload, still be creative, just still be yourself, dude or girl. If you're watching, your friends and family aren't your audience a lot of the times, right? That's something else that we as content creators need to understand. Your friends and family won't always be your main audience. They're not even your target audience. So why are you even expecting them? I get it, because they're close to you and all that stuff. But again, people have different interests. People have different things that intrigues them. So if they choose not to want to do what you're doing or like what you're liking and subscribing to what you're posting and your content, it's up to them. Don't let them feel bad for exercising their interest elsewhere. Okay? That's not a good thing on our end. Let them do what they have to do. Let them comment on their Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber and stuff. That's up to them, right? If they want to ignore you, fine. But you have to understand, if they're your friends and they want to support you and you're not doing anything bad, right? Again, it takes nothing to like something. Even for me, like even if I don't find something that interesting, but I know it's not a bad thing, and I know if I like it or comment, it's gonna help your engagements, sure, I'll do that because it doesn't cost me anything and it's not like I'm doing something wrong. It's okay, but it's not that interesting, but I'll still give a support, right? That's just me. That's personal. Other people, they might just be like, listen, I don't like it, so I'm not going to actually comment or like or whatever, and that's up to them as well, right? They're not wrong for thinking that or not wanting to engage because that's just something that they don't find interesting. Then that's okay, right? So, guys, that's all for today. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.